So I wanted to talk about the sales rep that I dealt with at Audi Brooklyn who sold me this lemon. I think this is the right pronunciation. It's Mark Nepomnyashciy. I mean, how often do you see a spelling like that? And this is the one that I dealt with. I asked him for pictures. I asked him for more information, and he responded with lies or lies of omission, or he just didn't answer the questions at all. And he lied to me, and he said everybody wants to buy it. I have to hide the keys. And of course, in retrospect, anyone who actually even opened the tailgate or started the vehicle would, of course, immediately have rejected it because of all the racket that was coming from the motor and all the filthy, the very very filthy carpet in the tailgate. Um, in the cargo area. So I won't go over everything again. It's all in some of the other videos, the one about the listing, the one that's not disclosed, the accident, the bad engine, the suspension, not detailed, Corwin Toyota, Corwin collision, and all the leaks. And there's a lot to cover there. But in the course of doing this, I did do a background check on him, and I wanted to show that to you, which I'll do here. So this is the background check that I found on Mark Nepomnyashciy, and I'm pretty sure this is exactly the correct person, because how often do you find a name spelling like this? Um, Now this is the original one here that I'm looking at right here. I did do another one. Now I did do some editing on that so that I took out the addresses there. I don't want to dox him. You know where he works if you want to find him, but I don't think it's right of me to point out his where he lives or what his phone numbers are. Turns out he's got 3 phone numbers. He's got two email addresses, and it looks like he's tried to he uses a variation on Nepomnyashciy. He just changed it to Mark Nepom to make things easier, and I can certainly understand that. But what I wanted to show you was the judgments against him, and this is not so he's actually had judgments going back to 2014. We look here, February 9th, 2016. It's a filing type CJ, portfolio recovery, and we can see the filing number here. And again, the same, looks like the same filing number. And it's also a BN, right? And he's had a judgment against him. This was in December 8th, 2015, and a few months later in February 2016. Also going back to 2014, Midland Funding, we have a filing type of CJ, and is this the same number? And this is the same number as well, and then also a filing number of a BN, and again, judgments against him. So what do these mean, these code numbers here? Filing type BN. Filing type BN. This filing type is used for business name registrations. It typically involves cases relating to business entities and their operations, right? So that's what the BN means. But what does the other one mean? What does CJ mean? CJ refers to criminal cases in the New Jersey Superior Court system. This designation is used for cases involving criminal offenses, which include serious crimes or indictable offenses. Types of cases. This filing type encompasses various criminal matters, not civil, including but not limited to violent crimes, drug offenses, theft and property crimes, or white-collar crimes. Now, I don't know what that is. I mean, I'm sure the New York Attorney General can take a look at that, and they'll know exactly what it is. But the point I'm trying to make here is with the background check, this is not a one-off here where he said, hey, let's pull a fast one, and Roger, I'm in New York, and we'll ship the vehicle all the way to Fargo, North Dakota, and he won't be able to do anything. It looks like this is something that he's been doing for a long time, lying and doing kind of theft of some type. So there you have it. And as I say, the New York Attorney General can look into that more and see if that might relate to the case at all or not. So here's another thought, in addition to the New York Attorney General's office looking into Mark Nepomnyashciy's background as to what those cases were. Perhaps the company works for Audi Brooklyn themselves may want to take a look at it. Do they know his background there at all or not? And perhaps also the Empire Automotive Group, the parent company of Audi Brooklyn, might want to take a look at that. And also perhaps Audi United States might want to take a look at it as well. So just a thought.